It's time for another home tour. My name is Sean Larson with Compass Real Estate here in Middle Tennessee and also in the 30A market in Florida. We are out here at 2079 Catalina Way, and that is in the Catalina community in Nolensville, Tennessee. And so we're going to walk through this home. We're going to show you a lot more than just a highlight reel. Let's walk through and show you all the features of the home, just a few specs on it. It's just over 4,200 square feet, 6 bedrooms, 4.5 baths. It's on about a half-acre lot or so. Plenty of space for multiple office opportunities if you've got a work from home scenario. So we're going to walk through, show you all the features, just not a quick highlight reel. So grab a drink and a snack and sit back and let's go take a look at this one. Okay, let's start out here on the exterior. And again, this is 2079 Catalina Way in Nolensville. You look at that awesome elevation there. You got the mix between the shingle, the brick, the stone. Great colors. It's going to be timeless. You know, you're not going to have to worry about it dating in a few years. Incredible lawn. And again, it's on about a half acre or so. You've got mature trees in the rear. It kind of provides a buffer that kind of shields you from anything that may come in the future there. So let's pop inside and check out the interior. Just while we're here on the exterior, walking up, you got a 3-car garage, a 2-bay, and a single, and there's additional storage in the garage as well. It's kind of like its own little satellite room that kind of helps keep things out of the way from the vehicles. And I don't know if you can notice, but you really don't hear much out here. It's pretty quiet. You hear a few birds chirping. That's a prized possession in itself, just having a nice quiet environment. And let me just pan around just so you see the view from the front porch here. So see, the community is an awesome looking community. Yards are all well kept. So let's pop inside and show you the floor plan. So we've just stepped in the front door and we're in the foyer here, and you've got the dining room just off to your right. Got nice wainscoting there. Got your coffered ceiling. And on the left side of the foyer, you've got an office area. Really cool designer wall. Look at the trim throughout. I mean, that is awesome right there. You know, a lot of times it's the details of a home that kind of differentiate one home from the other. And it's easy when I'm working with buyers, you know, we walk in, it's easy to get focused on the major stuff. But make sure you look at like all 4 corners of the room. And what it does is it kind of draws your eyes to all the details. Got your double oven. You know, that's kind of one thing people look at now. Do I do double ovens? Do I do a range? Do I do a range with double ovens? Everybody tries to decide. But I tell you, when you need that second oven, you are glad that you've got it. All stainless appliances. Really good backsplash too, if you notice that. That's one that's going to stand the test of time. Got your open floor plan. Everybody wants to kind of stay connected while the cooking's going on and the TV's being watched. Got your gas fireplace. So just off to the right side here, we have the primary bedroom. And you're going to see all of the bedrooms in this home are just spacious. Just over 4,200 square feet, but 6 bedrooms. I mean, that is incredible. Is everybody going to use all 6 bedrooms? In reality, probably not. A lot of people aren't going to use them all for bedrooms, but it gives you additional flex space. You know, you might need it for a second office, or I've seen people turn secondary bedrooms into closets before. You know, they might have a huge shoe collection or something. So just having those spaces available is just great. See, real nice finishes in the bathroom. And here's one little detail, and I'm also a general contractor, so these little things pop out to me, and they might not matter to other people, but I sure appreciate them. This is actually a wide door, or a 3-0 door, and 3-0, it just stands for 3 feet wide. And it's a wide door that goes into your water closet. And I know most of you have probably been in homes where, you've got the water closet room there, and the door is just extremely narrow, or you're walking down a little tunnel to get to it. And whether somebody needs it that wide, whether it's a mobility issue or not, I mean, it is just convenient just for access. Sometimes I think all doors in the home should be 3-0 just for easy passage. But that was one detail that stood out to me. Really nice walk-in closet. Look at all the organization in there. And when you design closets too, it's always tricky trying to estimate, how much shoe area do I need? Do I need full length hanging? Do I need half height hanging? Look at that. I mean, they've got perfect combination of shelves for folded clothes, plenty of space for the shoe racks, all the hanging. That's a well-balanced closet right there. Yeah, that's really nice. And it's adjustable as well, so you can kind of flex it how you need it. If you notice too, as we go through all the tile selections, there's selections that aren't going to date. And that's just one thing I really, really appreciate in a home. If it's got finishes that are going to last a lot of years and somebody's not going to instantly be concerned about updating in a few years, that is like a key element to me. And you're going to notice that in this home as we go through. Same thing with the kitchen. That stuff right there is going to last a long time. That's a timeless color, the cabinet profile, the hardware. Yeah, that looks great. Got your informal dining here. Just a note, not that the table is part of the home or not, but these are the coolest tables. Every time I see one, I just love them. The seat there swings out. So you sit at the table, and then when you're done, it just swings under. It is like the most logical table ever. So let's pop out to the back porch, take a look. Okay, so we've got a screened rear porch here. You got door access there. You can go out and grill. Super convenient. You already have some privacy from the home next door, so you already have mature evergreens there. You've got mature trees behind. And I believe when I took a look at the plat, I believe the lot goes about 50 or 60 feet into the wood line. So you've got that buffer. It's a nice balance between how much you have to mow or pay to have mowed or whatever route you go. But then you also have the mature trees back there to kind of give you a buffer. Gas fireplace. Got your TV out here. Nice finish on the ceiling. Got painted beadboard ceiling fan. Windows right inside. So see, everybody stays connected. So no matter if it's family time or if you're entertaining, you've got this space, you've got the living space in there. People are gathering in the kitchen. Room for 6-person table. It just gives a lot of space for everybody to stay connected, but everybody to kind of have their own conversation area. Okay, to this side of the home, we have a super hallway. What you got at the end, you've got garage access. It's so logically laid out. And after you go through enough homes, you recognize logic when you see it. Okay, you've got the garage access there. You've got some cubbies here, so you can instantly, what we would call a drop zone, because everybody drops all their stuff. You've got storage there. You've got lockers. You've got above storage. If you wanted to, you could even build additional storage above. You've got a coat closet here. We're going to swing around. You've got your powder or your half bath, and then you've got your laundry here. So see, it's so logically laid out to have a hallway like that where all these items aren't scattered. Because if people are coming in from the garage, they've offloaded their car, they've got to drop their stuff. So you want the drop zone and lockers to be right there. You've got the coat closet to store the things. And if anybody's working in the garage or working outdoors or anything, you've got your powder located right here. In addition to people entertaining, it's nice to have the powder in a hallway or something that's a little distanced from your living space. So that whole hallway is so logically laid out. Okay, so let's pop upstairs here. And speaking of stairs, I mean, look at this. The design, even on the stairs, you've got designer risers there that just give it a really good look. They did a super job decorating that wall there too. That'd also be a good space for a designer wall. You remember we showed you the wall down in the office area? That'd be a good wall to trim that out too. Paint it, kind of an offset color. Okay, stairs come right up into a living space, kind of like a bonus area or a second living space right up here on the second floor. And this second floor is just awesome in terms of square footage. So you come up into the living space. And then what you have, not really a loop, but it'll kind of be a little bit of a loop for this tour. You've got a second primary bedroom straight ahead. And then just to the right, you've got a hallway that leads to additional secondary bedrooms. I mean, it is just amazing up here. So we're going to come through, and again, this is a second primary. This is on the second level of the home. And let me show you what they did up here. We're going to stop here at the second primary bathroom. And again, this is upstairs. I mean, it's so spacious. Got your linen closet there. Got your water closet right behind the door here. And then straight across the hallway, you've got a huge walk-in closet. So see, this secondary primary upstairs is larger than a lot of primaries in a lot of homes. I mean, look how much room you have in addition to the bed and nightstands. Okay, so this is where things get really unique here. And this is such a cool feature. So we came from the living space, came through the hallway, have the bath and closet there. We're in the second primary bedroom. And right here, this is what's called a cased opening. So it's an opening that has trim around it, but doesn't have a door. Okay, what you're looking into used to be one of the bedrooms, but they had guests that were frequent and they with extended stays. So what they did is they opened this up. So this primary or the second primary bedroom here on the second level kind of had its own office or living space. So it virtually made a suite up here. So if anybody has any circumstance where they might have somebody living in for an extended period of time, or maybe a live-in parent, live-in child, or maybe generations are sharing a home or something like that, this gives you virtually another living space like downstairs, because you've got the bonus or the living space here. You've got the primary that I'm standing in right now, and then it opens up to this. So it almost gives I hate to say it, almost like a second home up here. Now, if somebody didn't need that arrangement, no problem at all. That cased opening, you can either set a door there or simply remove it. And that really is a simple project. You remove the framing and you put a stud or two in and you sheetrock it, put some base molding. It's a simple project. So we're standing in one of the secondary bedrooms. And again, they opened that up so it shared space with that primary bedroom, which was such a good idea. And once you see how many bedrooms up here, you'll agree. So it turned that virtually into a suite. Okay, so I'm going to turn around here. We're in the hallway. I'm going to turn to my left here just for reference. And you've got another secondary bedroom. I mean, look at the size of these bedrooms. This is incredible. I tour homes that, are 5, 6, 7, 8,000 square feet and more. And sometimes the bedrooms aren't this size. Because it's not like the bedroom was one size and they put a twin bed in it to make it look big. I mean, look how big the beds are in addition to the space you have in the room. So this was a well-designed floor plan in terms of how to allocate the space. Same thing in this one. Look at the space you have. And that's a king bed. You've got nightstands and you still have plenty of space. So it not only has 6 bedrooms, there's 6 large bedrooms. Walk-in closets. Paint is in good condition, super color too. I mean, if somebody was coming into a home and wanted to kind of neutralize a home, this is the color they would paint it. That may have a little color shift in the video depending on the light we're working in, but this is just kind of a light gray with white trim. It may color shift a little bit with the video. We've got several light sources going on. Straight across, you've got a secondary bath. And again, the selections, the profile, the color, the fixtures. See, this stuff is going to last a long time. This isn't going to be something where, you feel like you have to update right away. You've got years ahead. It's also in terms of decor, when you go with neutral tones like that, you can easily decorate, no matter if you're picking colors of linens or what you're doing, it all goes with it. Yes, another bedroom. Look at the size of this one. I mean, these are just incredible. Got a walk-in closet on the right. We're going into another secondary bath. Same thing. See the finishes? See, those are going to last. They did a good job on this one. Same thing, nice light gray paint. It's going to go with any decor anybody wants to put in here. So what we've virtually done is made a loop. So that leads back out to the upstairs living space. And we just kind of looped through the upstairs primary suite. Went around through the suite that they created, came out to this hallway where we met with several secondary bedrooms and a bath, and then virtually made a loop through this hallway. So the layout is incredible. And what they've done with this upstairs space to virtually create a second living space fits so many people's scenarios. Here they've got kind of a kitchenette type of thing going on, with your fridge, your microwave. If somebody really wanted this for like maybe a live-in parent or live-in child or whatever the circumstance is, you could even expand on this and do a built-in right there, to where the person could actually do some cooking or something up here, outside of the microwave. So a lot of options to expand on what they've already got here. Nice thing about this too, if you notice, the stairs came up and did what we would call switchback. So the stairs came up, they turned, and they came back up. And anytime sound has to go through a path like that, it buffers some of the sound. So I'd say maybe about late 90s, early 2000s here in our area, it was very popular to, build a second floor living space, but then it overlooked the main living space on the main floor. And sometimes you would get into what we would call volume wars, where, people are trying to watch TV in the one space and it's battling what people are doing in the other space. So this is nice that, you have this switchback on the stairs and it doesn't directly overflow into the main level space. Okay, so we've come downstairs back in the main living space. Got your kitchen. So that's just a walk-through tour of 2079 Catalina Way, and that's in the Catalina community in Nolensville. Again, the home is just over 4,200 square feet, 6 bedrooms, 4.5 baths. And if you would like to see more about the home, simply reach out. And if you have questions about other homes as well, reach out. I'll be happy to answer your question. Again, I'm a broker here in Middle Tennessee and also in the 30A market in Florida. I'm also a licensed contractor. So I absolutely love talking about homes and even answering the most simple questions people have, because I truly believe that the more people understand the process of buying and selling a home, the better decisions they're going to make. So I am always happy to help people in that regard. So I hope you have a super day, and maybe I will see you soon.